Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back here for your weekly edition of North London Rivals. And don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all of that, all of that, all of that. And as you all imagined, I'm back in the hosting seats. Obviously, it was inevitable. Oh, Deji had his little 1 week. He had his water ready. His mic was all clear. He was vibing. He knew
Oh,
that
he
was
put
his
it
one
down.
chance.
Deji held it down, bro.
Can I just?
Yeah, he did. He did. But no, you can't yet because I've not introduced you. This is my show, okay? My show tonight. Remember that one. So it was so cute him having a chance last week to express himself and hit a few digs here and there. But he did well, to be honest. Someone that's so inexperienced at the role, he did really, really well. So we got to big him up for that. And without further ado, I got to invite the man, the myth, the legend, Deji Spurs to the channel all over again. How you doing, Deji?
Bro, I mean, I realized that our friendship is kind of superficial when you ask me that question, how am I doing? Because you know how I'm doing it. Don't pretend. Don't pretend.
But the
You know you
viewers
guys
don't. So we want them to be
you
able
are
to
taking the
share.
piss. But I was going to say this, though. I was going to ask a quick question. On what basis are we judging who should host? Because I know Spurs lost.
Who accumulated more points, bro?
But
That's
I
usually
think
how
the
it goes, bro.
draw against West Ham might have had more of an
You lost to
impact
Bournemouth.
on you than
Right, you
actually
lost to
I'm
Bournemouth
just-
at home, my guy.
I'm just
At
saying,
home.
in terms of the context of
After taking the lead, you lost to
title
Bournemouth
and
at
playing
home.
for something.
Brother,
I
brother,
really
it's not
think that you're dropping points against West
Deji.
Ham is more
Deji.
dirty than Tottenham dropping
Deji,
points
it's not
against
my
Bournemouth.
fault that
I'm
your
just
club
putting it out
lacks
there.
ambition. It's
What's
not
your
my
record
fault
in
your
your
club
last
lacks
9
ambition.
games? What's your record in your last 9 games?
Who for Tottenham?
Yeah.
I don't care.
See, look, we were just doing the introduction, and you caused violence. Big up, Deji Spurs in the building each and every time, but also backed by popular demand. My guy from overseas, Devon, in the building. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great. I was telling Deji, life took a turn last week, but we're still here. So American employment laws are not what UK employment laws are. So I got the axe on Friday. Took the weekend to
Oh
rebound.
wow.
But here we are. So no sob stories. Life is good. Every day above ground is better than the alternative. So I'm happy. Life is good.
100%, man. Big up, man. Thanks for coming back to the show, my guy. Big up
And
TJ Warren in the comment
my queen
section.
is right here. My queen Taryn is right there.
Hey,
So
Queen.
she's
She's also, is she an Arsenal fan by default as well?
now we got married like
Okay.
2 years ago, two and a quarter years ago, and she didn't watch any of the sports. So now she's watching the matches with me. She's more like my calm down when we go 2-0 up. She's the one that's like literally like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, we need to
Hey.
score like goals.
Hey, big your wife up, man. My ex was the complete opposite. If we were like in any sort of issue, she'd be like, "Ah, you lot are gonna lose this one." Another we lost for Arsenal, so yeah, maybe that's why she's my ex now. Big her up there, man.
Exactly.
Enough love. Ilias in the building. Liverpool are back here. We just saw Liverpool batter Leeds 6-1. Big them up. Don't know about back though. Deji in the mud. Don't go anywhere. He's not going nowhere, bro. And I'm coming to track him down personally in the UK very, very soon. Big up the assembled in the comments. Big up the silver one. Yes, boys. Everyone's like really eager to speak to Deji. Big up Deji Spurs in the Deji, don't deflect. You lost a lead to Bournemouth. Don't worry, we're gonna get into that. Do you not worry?
We got into 2 minutes into introductions, and he's already.
Let's get into all of it. I'm ready.
All of it.
Yeah.
So should we obviously we start with the least important side of North London. Let's start with Spurs. Obviously, big up Mr. Silver Fox, by the way. Devon, do you know the one of the things I love the most about this YouTube thing? This YouTube thing, it's like the receipts are there. You can't hide. Once you say something on camera, you cannot say you didn't say it. So I remember Deji, maybe were you even on the show after the Bournemouth game? You might have been in one of those the area of that game, but he said you lot struggled to beat a dead Bournemouth side. Those were the words that he used. Something around the lines of that. And it took you 97 minutes. That's what they said to me. And truth behold, I think his team lost in the 97th minute or something like that. The way this juju works, Deji, the way this life just works. So talk to me. Talk to me. What went wrong with Spurs on the weekend, my guy? Danjuma
Well,
played. Richarlison scored another offside goal. What went wrong, bro? Talk
no,
to me.
bro, there's, I think banter aside, in it, because I feel like we're in the business end of the season, so we need to start behaving like we're in the business end of these streams. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Okay.
Mr. Silver Fox, I need you to be catching the receipts of what I've been saying about you when I'm getting the things right. But you know how to be finding stuff about Bournemouth. Otherwise, I don't know how. Look, the truth of the matter is, like when we kept Stellini in, you're keeping in the same brother. Now, I already said that if Stellini, remember Stellini, every manager comes with an entourage. Yeah. So if Conte goes to another club, know that his right-hand man will be Stellini at whichever club he goes to. And I just don't understand what Levy was thinking, keeping Stellini in charge, because keeping Stellini is like keeping Conte. Stellini can't rip up the book, the diary, the black book that they were using, because if he rips that up, he's basically telling Conte, I don't believe in you, I don't believe in your system, and he's written himself out of a job. Right now, Stellini will finish this season, Conte will go and manage Juventus, and Stellini will be at Juventus with Conte as a right
So
hand.
he's not trying to ruin his next job, is that what you're saying?
So this pussy-hole basically is decided that he's just going to ruin Tottenham. Now, for me, what I can't understand is almost like he's setting man up to fail. He bringing in Sanchez. Yeah, it's just poor. It's poor management. It's poor from the top. And, you said Tottenham was rotten at the beginning of the season. I didn't believe you. I didn't see it. But for the first time in a long time, I have to agree with you, man, on the panel. Tottenham is rotten. Levy is bad for Spurs. Yes, he's taken us from 10th to top 6. But in order for us to get from top 6 to challenging for the title, we need new leadership, and we need it now. Levy is definitely not the guy. And you can see that the atmosphere at Tottenham is toxic. You've got fans booing their own players. You got fans chanting for Pochettino to come in. You've got fans booing the chairman. You got players not wanting to be there. And then for me, what makes matters worse, Pochettino wasn't playing Eric Dyer. He wasn't. He wasn't playing Ben Davis. In fact, he was telling the club, you got to get rid of these type of men if you men are serious about pushing on and challenging. And Tottenham today want to offer Eric Dyer an extended contract.
Except sensational.
Eric Dyer and Ben Davis couldn't start for Wrexham. That's the truth. They wouldn't start for Wrexham. And yet these men are getting starts for Spurs. So for me...
Dyer's the England international, Deji.
No, it's rubbish. So for me, right now, what's happening to Tottenham is self-inflicted. And it feels like we are coming to a crossroad. Something major has to happen at the end of the season. Poch needs to come back. Levy needs to go if we want to see Tottenham's fortune change. However, if Levy is still in charge of Spurs come the end of the season or come during the summer transfer window, then I'm going to have to say, I'm going to have to hang up my jersey. I'm going to have to move from Tottenham Hotspur to Leyton Orient FC because I cannot see Tottenham doing anything under his leadership.
One second, Deji. Devon, I just wanted to bring you in here.
Yep.
In terms of the Tottenham fan base, do you think it's what's currently happening right now at Spurs? Do you think they have anything to do with it? And the reason why I asked the question is because the back end of last season, we saw them go on this unbeaten run, consistent performances. and the way they hailed what the team was doing. Do you think that they were a bit premature with that praise, and that's what's led to here, or this is just the history of the Tottenham? What is it? Where you?
No, it's not that.
No, you can't
Wait,
really.
no. Let's say that.
Can't really pull the Benucci on this one. Like honestly, I remember in 2018, I believe it was against Wolves, when our fans were chanting "You're not fit to wear the shirt" at players like Hector Bellerin, and and how offended he was by that. So I just see it's the same thing 5 years later. You've got players at Tottenham that have been there for far too long. This isn't like the 80s and 90s where players, put on one kit and wore that kit their entire career. Like men move on. And quite honestly, like Harry Kane should have left last summer. You should have sold him. If Man City was offering you that money, you should have taken it and you should have revitalized your squad. Who's the last big youth product to come through Tottenham?
Skip.
You couldn't even say it with confidence. I hear it.
Who's your Bukayo Saka? Who's your Emile Smith-Rowe? Who's your Starboy?
Harry Kane, bro. Harry Kane.
And he was an Arsenal kid who wanted to play goalkeeper for us in our academy. So, like my whole thing with Spurs is, yeah, you went out and you got a man who in Conte who had won elsewhere, but he had such a high standard and had also been somewhat of a checkbook manager, much like Pep, much like Nagelsmann, much like, so when you come into a club that's frugal like Spurs and you can't buy the top shelf and you're literally buying well drinks, there's always going to be that period of adjustment. And if he doesn't get what he wants, he shows you what he's going to do. He throws his toys down the pram and sets fire on the way out the door. So I think you guys are just seriously in flux. And if I was managing Tottenham, barring the fact that I'm an Arsenal supporter, diehard, if I was, somebody in your front office, I would literally get as much as I possibly could for as many players as I could, and revitalize. Reinvest in your academy. Go after some players that are 21, 22, 23, 100%. And push youth, and maybe take a 2-3 year step back like we did, where we finished eighth, fifth. And if you guys did that, I feel like you'd be better set up for the future. But right now, I don't think they're going to do that.
No, I agree, Devin. And, a big up to you as well for being an Arsenal fan, but talking sense on this show. Do you know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, I think I said it I said it on Never a Foul on the weekend, that the problem with Tottenham is we don't know. We lack identity. And we're having an identity crisis. Are we Big Six? Because if we're Big Six, then you've got to do what Big Six clubs are expected to do. You've got to be ready to spend the 80 mil, 90 mil on a player. You've got to be ready to spend 300K a week on a player. Or let's not be Big Six. I don't mind. We don't have to be Big Six. And let's sort out our recruitment and let's sort out our academy. Because right now, Tottenham have good academy players, but they ain't getting a sniff. They're not going to get a sniff.
Like who?
Because there's some young bucks there, bro. There's a boy called Niall Rodgers or something like that. He's a baller midfielder, but Tottenham ain't going to play him, bro. Because Tottenham, the sort of thing that I was saying on the weekend, that why is it that we can't get a Casado? He costs Brighton 3 million. Why can't we get that brother, the Brighton striker, that Paraguay guy, the Mitomas of this world? Even Podence was from what, Olympiacos? Even the support to Robertson at Liverpool, the left back. Olympiacos, some sort of Greek team. Are you these man don't cost a hell of a lot of money. And also, if Tottenham came in for them from those clubs, Tottenham could get them. But what I'm hearing is that Tottenham are saying, we are not going to take a gamble on a player. We need to see that they're proven and then spend 50 mil on them. Why? We don't.
And you know what, Deji? Deji, that's a really, really good point, because I've not actually, all banter aside, I've not seen Spurs unearth a gem from somewhere like, oh, no one knew about this guy, now he's this, or this guy was kind of on the radar, but now he's gone to Spurs. Like, it's always like a Pedro Porro that everyone's kind of heard of, or like a Danjuma that's been in the. Do you know what I'm saying? It's never like that. Yeah. That's crazy. That's why you're spending so much money on.
Yeah, but the craziest thing is we're not about that life. So for me, the
why
model, because Tottenham don't want to spend and Levy don't want to spend, but you don't want to spend, but you want to act big. It don't make sense. I would rather Tottenham not be a Big Six, get us out of that whole equation. We're not Big Six anymore. Go and get Brighton's recruitment team or something similar.
Now you're speaking
Go
sense.
out and go and get some unknowns. There's a brother that we wanted. He's in South Korean team. It's the centre back, Kim Hae or something like that. Tottenham were umming and ahhing for 25 mil for this brother. Son told him, look, go and get my bedroom. He's going to be a 6 centre back. We ummed and ahed. Do you know where he is? Napoli. Where is Napoli in the league?
Top of the league,
Top.
bro. Top
I
of
mean,
the
come
league.
on. You get what I'm saying? And he, next to Romero, probably is the answer to our kind of centre-back crisis. Instead, we're bringing on Sanchez. And poor Sanchez is getting booed by the fans because basically they look at Sanchez and they think you didn't fulfill the potential we thought you was gonna fulfill. You're a pussy old like Levy. And then you got your own fans turning on the player. The brother ain't done nothing wrong.
Okay.
It's not his fault. He ain't up to scratch.
I got a quick question for you, Deji. Are you guys in stadium debt hell like we were? Is it a situation where you can't spend money like when we built the Emirates, or is it because it looks like you have a top stadium?
Yeah, that's the feel it's giving us, but is that actually the case?
Do you know what? I think it was Northside that said it a couple months ago. Tottenham can spend, I think we make 19 mil on match day with drinks, sales, everything. We can spend money. We do not want to spend. It's a structure. Look, Kane is on less money than Saka and Reece James. Arguably the best striker England's had. And he's on less money than Saka and Reece James. Let that sink in. So that means Tottenham ain't ready. We are not seeing the value in how can Son be on 190 a week? I mean, that's just mad. Forget the season he's having. That's crazy to think.
Why? How much should he be on?
Son, with what he's done in the Prem, 280 a week. Because beat this.
What's he done in the Prem? Got Champions League football.
Mo Salah is the highest paid player in the Premier League at 350 a week.
I thought Casemiro was on like 600 a week.
Yeah, I mean, them guys are crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on that man? He's mad.
You know, kind of normal these players. But Mo Salah shouldn't be on more money than Kane.
Why not?
Because pound for pound goal scoring, Kane scores more goals.
But Salah brings trophies though, bro. He brings trophies.
And at a worse club.
Hey, trophies come with a price, man. At the end of the day, Kane is not even giving us a first class semi-final moment, let alone a final moment. I hear you.
What trophies has Saka brought you?
But let's be honest,
to warrant more money than Kane.
He's got a trophy, bro. He's got a trophy at least.
But he's also 21,
and he's 21 exactly, and also we're paying for potential as well of how he could grow because over the last 3 years. Anyway, let's not get into the Arsenal segment just yet. We're not there yet, but. In terms of Spurs, right? Because Deji, I heard you on Terrace. I think it was either yesterday or the day before, and you were talking about, and even at the start of this show, you talked about some of these players aren't fit for Wrexham. So, would it be right to say that you overpraised your players at the end of last season, and you're realizing their true value now? Because this is not the vibe I was getting for you last season or in the summer, bro.
No, on a level. Devon said it best. Devon articulated it probably better than I can articulate. What we had was last season, let's be real, Conte, you can call it the manager bounce, new manager bounce. Dead players like Eric Dyer, Ben Davis and co, even Emerson Royale, they were half decent. You had to be to get fourth. Let's just be real. The table doesn't lie. Them man, for their standards, put in a shift, put in a good performance. Similar to what I think Ben White's doing. I don't think Ben White is going to go on a run, and I know we're going to talk about the Arsenal segment in a sec. However, when there's cracks, the cracks will always show. And there were cracks. What Conte did was, let me fix these men up, let me put the plasters in place and get Champions League football. Conte did his job. Now, what we needed to do in the summer was, all right, take off the plaster now, get rid of man, innit? You broke your leg, you can't play. And go and get in what we actually need. 2 centre-backs, proper left wing back, right back, that can do a job. We didn't. We carried on with the plaster, bro. And the blood started coming through, innit? with no replacement plaster. So this was going to happen. So that, for me, shows that Spurs lack vision. We lacked foresight. But Pochettino had been saying this in 2018. So there's really no excuse for it, apart from what you, man, have been saying, which could be legit. And if this is happening at Spurs, then I feel for football as a whole in the Premier League. Which is it true that these men don't give a damn about winning anything and it's all about the money? Now, if it's all about the money, rest assured, this is not going to just be a Tottenham issue. This is going to be a Premier League issue soon, where actually no one gives a damn about anything. They don't give a damn about the club. They're going to let the toilets run down. I mean, look at Old Trafford. Old Trafford right now is a dusty stadium. Don't let the Man U fans lie to you. The balls and the nails and all them things there, the doors are falling off the hinges.
You saw the roof was
no investment.
The roof was
leaking. The toilets are leaking, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, bro, Liverpool same way. So with the way it's going, we've got these billionaires sucking the league dry, and eventually, it's a bit like the housing market. The whole league is gonna explode, and then we're gonna be left with disaster. So I know people are running joke on Tottenham now, but this is like the Titanic hitting the iceberg. I can see the water coming in from the bottom, and it's not coming in from the bottom just for Spurs.
Chelsea,
it's coming in for the bottom for the whole league.
Chelsea, Liverpool. And
yes, you're seeing it now, bro. Look at Chelsea. Look at Chelsea.
I hear it. Let's get into some of the...
Don't be afraid.
And Liverpool as well. You got to say, and they're not going to spend any money.
To be honest, I'm trying my hardest to not say something that will trigger Deji or make him laugh or think this is banter, but it's so hard because he said so many things at the start of the season. He said he was waxing lyrical about Sessegnon, about Perisic. We never got to see his Starboy Jed Spence yet. He was telling me Højbjerg is better than Xhaka. Obviously the season doesn't lie. Do you know what I'm saying? He was telling me Bentancur is better than Odegaard. We see the season doesn't lie there. Richarlison better than Jesus. But I heard too many things for you to now sit on this. Levy this, Levy that. It's all good. If you were saying Levy this, Levy that at the end of last season, when you qualified for the Champions League, Deji, I'm sympathetic right now. I'm hearing you, bro. But you had us up here believing that this is the next big thing. Spurs are going to challenge for a title, for a Champions League, and all this stuff. You also told me at the start of the season that you lot had a better window than us, did you? Yeah, so yes, I understand you're upset now, but that doesn't give you the right to start saying Levy this, the board that, the players this. You can't say that now, bro. You have to be consistent, and Silver Fox is not going to let you get away with these things.
That's calm. I'm here to take whatever man needs to take, but what you got to also understand is that even with what I'm saying, and even with the crappy players that we do have, with the way the season's turned out, Tottenham could be doing a lot better and should be a lot higher. And I'll give you an example. Look at Leeds. Leeds thought they were doing themselves a favour by getting rid of Jesse Marsh. They've conceded 11 goals in 2 games. Good for them. Good. Because them man there, but on the other hand, Crystal Palace brought Rowan Hodgson back in. I'm not sure. I think Vieira would have probably got the same results anyway. But my man's got 3 wins on the bounce. Point being, managers make a big difference, bro. That's why when there's a problem in the club, they don't get rid of the players, they get rid of the manager. And what I'm trying to tell you and everyone else, Conte got it wrong. We moved away from what Tottenham was known to be about. We went for managers that were going to shoehorn us into a system that don't suit the players. So I think under Pochettino this season, Tottenham would be third, legitly, because also the season has been that poor. Points-wise, the season's rubbish. Apart from you and Man City running away from the team, the season's been rubbish. Man U's been crap, Newcastle crap, Tottenham crap, Liverpool crap.
Whoa! Can we stop? Can we
Chelsea
stop
crap.
there because we nearly got sidetracked there, Devon, and I'm sure you've seen these stats over the last 4 seasons. This is kind of the same average amount of points that Tottenham have accumulated this time of the season. So you keep throwing this crap notion in, Deji, but you can't have it that way. If you're averaging the same amount of points as you were averaging in previous seasons when you were quote unquote doing well, then how is this crap? You're just doing what you're doing, Deji.
Explain.
That's what it is.
Let me explain, because I know you were gonna do this Cisco the Fong Song shaking your bum thing. I knew it was coming, so we're gonna have to deal with this real quick. Yeah. This season is not like the other seasons. The other seasons were proper seasons. This is not a proper season, and let me explain why. And Devon's my guy there. That's going to be my little measure here as I'm looking at Devon.
All right, Devon, you respond to this because I know it's going to be a
I'm not buying the argument that Arsenal are achieving or exceeding what Man City are doing. Rare. In fact, it speaks to the narrative. The narrative being that overall, this season has been poor. Quality-wise, in fact, what has been... Devon, real quick, before I finish, you and Niger, what has been the best game this season? Any team, any match. Which has been the best match?
Arsenal-Bournemouth.
Can you imagine? Niger, best match this season?
Arsenal, Man U.
Right. So for me...
At the Emirates.
If that is the best game that the Premier League had to give us this season, it speaks to what I've been saying. Crap. That's boring matches, boring games.
That is
now,
terrible.
Listen,
by you,
I made
that's
the point.
So poor by you. Bro.
I made the point that despite Tottenham, if Tottenham fans genuinely felt that this is on par with what we've been doing, we wouldn't need to get rid of Conte, bro. We wouldn't be having.
Should I tell you why? Should I tell you why you're having a meltdown?
Why are we having a meltdown?
There's 2 reasons, and I'm going to get into the comments straight after because I know you're going to have excuses. 2 reasons. Number 1 is because you lot thought you were further ahead than you were, and you expected a title challenge this season. Number 1. And number 2, Arsenal are top of the league. If those 2 things were different, then if Arsenal was 6th or 7th, you lot will be celebrating at the situation you're in right now. Facts. Or if you're in a title challenge, bro. But it just happens that neither of those 2 things are happening, bro.
Let me be real. Let me not lie on this show because of the receipts, yeah?
Please.
I'm not going to lie. If Tottenham was in your position, I'd be shaking my bum too, shamelessly. I'm not going to lie.
Doing a cartwheel, backflip, knee slides, everything.
I'm trying to tell you, man, and Devon, at least you understand my logic. Maybe I'm not articulating right. Had Tottenham beaten Everton, they would have been 3rd. Just let that sink in.
Well,
that just shows you how poor this season's been.
We're in a situation where 12th and 20th are separated by what? 6 points. We're also in a situation where 1 and 2 are so far away from the rest of the league that you've just got this hodgepodge in the center. You're right. Everybody is just beating each other or they're drawing each other while the top 2 clubs have gone so far.
That doesn't make it a bad season.
Yeah,
it's not that it's a bad season. It's just not competitive. We've had other seasons where there's been 5 or 6 clubs that are all battling. And literally this season, it's
when was the last time we had 5 clubs battling for the title, Devon?
I'm talking about battling for everything from top 4 to the title. It's been Liverpool and Man City for the past 4 seasons.
So nothing's changed. It's been us and City this season. Nothing's changed, Devon. Just the second team is the only team that's changed. It's been a 2-horse race for 5 years, bro.
No.
Let's be honest, it has though. When you like deep it, Devon. Think about deep it. It's actually been a 2-horse race for the last 4 or 5 years, and now it's a 2-horse race now.
Can you listen to my brother from the A? Can you listen to Devon?
Sorry. Let you finish. Sorry.
It's not go on, Devon, please.
I was just going to say it's a situation where we've seen such mediocrity from literally 9 to 20.
Thank you.
And even Sky Sports with their graphics where they're having to show like top half of the table is literally 8 clubs. They forget that Liverpool and Chelsea are down here, so they change their graphic to not include them. Or this is the first time I've ever seen top 11. Because Chelsea was listed in it.
Chelsea there.
It's.
But that's because the rest of the league got better.
It's been a weird season. I'm not going to say it's been a bad season, but like there's a club like out there that we don't show any love to because nobody has any fans I don't see any of their fan shows. But can we show some love to Brighton? Like, oh my God, that club
they're doing exceptional this season.
And they have 4, like De Zerbi, if Tottenham went out and got De Zerbi, I'd be nervous next season because I think that he would bring.
They'd find a way to ruin him too. They'd find a way to ruin him too, bro. You know Spurs.
Can I be real on that point about Brighton? That kind of speaks to my truth. I think the season's that poor that we let teams like Brighton look good.
Deji, Brighton are a quality side, bro. They've beaten you. They've beaten United. Don't do that, bro. Right. Okay. So what? Okay. So if that's the case, bro. Okay. No. Deji. Wait. No. It's my show. My show.
Next season.
No, because everyone's going to steal their players. That's why. Because everyone's going to take all their players. And the reason why people want their players is because they're playing so well, Deji. Be logical here. I'm going to get into some of the comments real quick. Then we're going to go into the Arsenal segment. Big up KM Box in the comment section. Canna's asked Deji, knowing what you know now, then, Deji, who spun you the dream?
Can I tap in on that real quick? Let me tap in on that. I think where you guys got it wrong was you're still relying on older players, and all they did was get a year older. And during the middle of this season, which is completely unique, we had a World Cup. You lost half your squad to the World Cup, and you came back shattered. Literally since the second half of the season, you guys have been garbage. And that's it's fatigue. I see it in my club now. With the past 2 months, I see it across the league. And if you're going to say it's been that's the one point where I would kind of agree that the league has been slightly off this year because we had a World Cup in December.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like there was no winter break, no rest.
There was a bit of a winter break. There was a couple weeks off after the World Cup, to be fair.
Respond to Canis. I don't know why you come up with them silly comments, Smoking Bush. You come here and chat to man to his face. The reason why I can say what I'm saying with the dream is because your team is top. Nobody goes
we're not the
from
same.
fifth to
We're
top.
not the same, bro.
Nobody expected Arsenal to be challenging. At best, top 4. So if Arsenal can do it, Aston Villa can do it. Like that.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't say Tottenham can do it. But yeah, anyway, next comment. Deji, how can the players be motivated if the club isn't investing in the players? Nobody is being put under pressure to perform, but the owners get 19 million a week from the club. A lot of these owners' assets. So, look, at the end of the day, it's true, man. You lot play with a handbrake, man. But Spurs players are never under any pressure. And once the pressure gets put on them, you choke. You do a Spursy. So the players need to take a lot of blame for it. Definitely the owner, but these are the same players that got you Champions League football last season. You won the window, as you guys told me, but yet these players are not going to that next level.
Look, I want to be real. I had a kind of a beef thing with my son's old team, and it up and coming manager, very, very good. The issue I had was timing of substitutions. There are times when you got to do certain things. Yeah. Let's be real. Kivior coming on against Liverpool was poor timing. And I would also say that they brought on Tierney for Zinchenko too late. If you get the timing right, you beat Liverpool. And it's the same with players and transfer windows. Like I said, Conte did what he did his job. He got it over the line. The time was the summer now to get what we need. Tottenham didn't read the room. Didn't read the feng shui, and so are paying the price this season. And now I see it. You guys are benefiting from Arteta and good timing. But when you see my man get it wrong timing-wise, you see that the wheels are falling off.
We're benefiting.
Because there was a period in that West Ham game where my man should have put the cap on the bottle. He didn't, and they equalised.
But we're also benefiting from the.
Okay, we're about to get into the Arsenal segment. Big up, Bournemouth with the last minute winner against Spurs, showing them again that they're the second best in North London. They couldn't get it done against Arsenal, but it's Spurs. Even after scoring enough dying minutes, they couldn't hold for 90 more seconds to get at least a point at home to Bournemouth. They ended up getting nothing, and now their Champions League chances are in tatters. Especially with Liverpool winning tonight as well. You never know. But WizKid is coming very soon as well. So lots to celebrate at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But we might as well start the Arsenal segment with this comment from Luke at AFC. He says, Man City are winning the league. The title is officially over. Devin, I'm going to let you address that comment first, and I'll give my 2 cents after. What do you think about this? Is this too reactionary? Is it PTSD from previous seasons, or are these the facts?
If I told you at the beginning of the season that we would finish second to the financially doping state-sponsored blood money oil team from Manchester, would you be offended by it? No, we finished fucking fifth last year, man. We were eighth for the previous 2 seasons. Like, we have overachieved. We average under 24 years old. Like, we are the second youngest club in the Prem, and we are up on the juggernauts by 4 points. Like, I'm ecstatic I'm also a realist, man. Like, on every show that I went on, I said Arsenal was going to finish third this season, and that would be a drastic improvement over the previous 4 years. So right now I'm ecstatic. Do I think that we can win the league? Yes. Do I think that we will win the league? I don't know. And honestly, if Man City goes on and wins every single one of their next games, will you be surprised? They are a juggernaut. They have $1 billion bench. They literally have 2 squads, and this isn't.
Cannons wants your blood, Deji.
No, this isn't defeatist at all. Like, honestly, I'm ecstatic with where we are. I love the fact that we've been top of the league for as long as we have. If we get caught by City, would you be surprised? I mean, they're fucking incredible, bro. Like, they have Drago Thor playing, and they have Argentina's number 1 striker sitting on the bench, man. Come on. Like when you can sub off what they can sub off, when you have a midfield of De Bruyne and Silva and Rodri and like all the players that they list, man, like they are a monster club, but they're also financially doped. They are paid, through the wazoo. And like, for me, I'm ecstatic with where we are. Is the league over? No. We still have a match at the Etihad, and we can win every single one of the remainder of our games and take the lead.
Okay. We can, but obviously after what you saw yesterday, does that look like a team that can win every game? I know it's impossible, but does that look like
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you 100% why. We lack ruthlessness. And when I coach my kids, I tell them 2-0 and it's not that. It's just they don't have players outside. Zinchenko didn't play, and Jesus is still rounding back into form. Nobody else has won the league on this squad. There are very few clubs that understand the pressure of a title race. It's a lot more fun when your club maybe isn't in this title race and you can just enjoy the footy. But like right now, literally, Arsenal fans and Man City fans are squeaky bum time every fucking week. It just is. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think our players are rounding. They're young, still. Martinelli, Saka, all these kids are still. Saliba is still young. So it's like everybody that we've got, they're getting great experience right now. Age has everything. Winning the league. And Fergie had the refs in his pocket. Don't even
on the ball.
Yeah, come on, bro. Hey, Chips, we ain't seen you about for a while, man. So I don't even know why you're getting all hype up here. Hey, who is it? Cannon said this statement. I think this is in response to you and Deji earlier. He says last time the league was more than a 2-horse race, it was 2003, 2004 when it was Arsenal, United, and Chelsea. Other than that, it's always been a 2-horse race, and I second that. Cannons also wants a piece of you as well next week, Deji.
Yeah,
Cannons,
make sure
we can make it happen. We can make it happen. What's it called? So
are you gonna say your bit? Because I want to have my 3 cents on my observations.
Do you want to go before me?
Finish mine real quick.
Yeah. Finish yours, Devin. Sorry.
Honestly, when it comes down to it, if we finish second and make Champions League, successful season. Granted, you can't really look at everything up to the point and be excited about it because we had the lead and we dropped points, but be real. Be real with yourself. We are on more points now than we were last season. We've scored as many goals. We scored as many goals, if not more, than the Invincibles did. So, I'm ecstatic with where we are, and I'm optimistic about the future. Deji, I don't think you can say that about your club.
No, that's cool. Do you want me to go next, or do you want to?
Yeah, go next, and I'll close.
Look, Devin, Devin's my bro. He's from the A. Atlanta. Highlight your boy right here. I like Dunkin' Donuts. I like chicken and waffles. Them things. Yeah,
I get you Krispy Kreme, bro.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. You get me. So let's get into it. Pussies. Do you get what I'm saying? And we've. And let me explain why. I'm going to be shameless.
Please do.
I got nothing to look forward to.
I've never seen pussies at the top of the league, but carry on.
Right. But for me, the thing that I'm seeing with Arsenal, and I kind of agree with my bro Northside, you have an opportunity. It doesn't matter how the opportunity comes about, and on the ball with chips is with the gravy sauce. He kind of hit on the point, bro. There are times where you just gotta grab the ball by its horn. You can't see your future wifey in the club and say, you know what? Let me holler at her. Let me come here next week and see if she turns up, and then I'll speak to her. Because that's basically what I'm hearing.
What's an analogy?
Do you know what I'm saying? Basically, if the opportunity to get your wifey there, you gotta go and grab her. You gotta go and holler. Yeah. What's your name? What's your number? What's your gram? What's your Snapchat? Do you get me? That's how my boy Devin done his thing. So don't be trying to run away. Now with Arsenal, you've been playing well enough to get it over the line. Last season, you guys talked about Tottenham can't handle pressure. The one thing that I'm starting to see in this Arsenal team and from the fan base is that Arsenal fans and Arsenal players can't handle pressure. All you got to do is do what the players have been saying. We're not looking ahead. We're playing each game as it comes. Play each game as it comes and let's see what I want. But the way that you man dropped against Liverpool, the way that you man dropped against West Ham shows me that you guys are like Tottenham. You're not ready for the big time. If you guys are just happy with second place, you lot are all about the money as well, which is suck the fan base dry, get top 4, do nothing in the Champions League, and be like Spurs. Right now, let me tell you this, and I don't care what Bans has to say because he can't say nothing on this point. If you, man, you don't win the league, you are no different than Tottenham. You can't tell me nothing. Devin can't tell me nothing. Bans can't pull out his silly TikTok. I don't give a damn about any of you brothers. You get what I'm saying? You're no.
Who did you ask for, Deji?
Right now.
Who did you ask for?
Yeah. Oh, Bans. Oh, yeah. Welcome. 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 So what I'm basically saying is,
something's never changed.
If you man pull it over the line, big up to you. But if you man don't do it, it is a bottle job, and you man pussied out. And anyone that says otherwise, you're lying to yourself. This is your opportunity. Win every game, you've won the league. There's only 8 games left. There's no point getting this far and you don't get it over the line. That's all I'm saying. Anything less than winning the league at this stage, you should be ashamed of yourself, honestly.
But Deji, if we went back to August and I told you the top 4 ends up being Man City, Arsenal, whoever else, what would you have said then?
He thought Villa was coming above us.
I would have told you were smoking Budgie Banton.
You thought Villa was going to come above us, didn't you, Dej?
And Newcastle.
Villa are 6th in the league. Villa are 6th,
and
bro.
they could finish above you lot, to be fair.
Dej, I'm going to give you an offer, innit? You know that bet that we have that you said you still ain't paid me, even though I gave you the cash out option, etc.
Bro, as the league finished.
Double or quits, yeah? For Villa to come above Spurs. I'm going to give you a chance.
Double or quits, yeah?
I'll give you a chance because
you're so generous, Boots. That's too generous. That's too generous, Boots. Don't do that.
No, you know what?
You're gonna bite my hand off.
Boots is a real G. Let's do it.
Cool.
Look at him. He's like lifeline. Welcome, Boots, to the show, my guy, Boots. Look, at least potentially you've given him a chance to recruit some of this money that he's losing in the summer, man. So big up, man. Thanks for joining us on the channel. But I mean, I know you came in on Deji doing his usual, put pressure on Arsenal, say we're not this, we're not that. I love the analogy you used about if you go, I don't know if you got the analogy. He said Arsenal, like if you go to the club, you see your potential wifey and you say, do you know what? Man, I'll come back next week. Do you get me? Because I'm not ready for that. That's like if we choke and bottle the league this season. But I would also look at it as maybe if we don't win the league, which I'd love us to, if we don't win the league, maybe it's like we saw a thing in the club, chirpster, having fun and that. Then, boy, you're like, raw. This was just a link, but now she's wife material. So instead of just to make sure you get engaged at first, innit? We get engaged first, bro. And then later on, we get married. So what's to say that we're not going to get married next season? Do you get me? And win the title.
Don't even go up to the girl, bro.
You don't even get to the altar, my guy. Do you get me? So you never know. But
You're still waiting outside with the doorman telling you it's $50 to get in.
There's one thing I'm gonna say. Do you, man, honestly now, I'm gonna ask you a legit question now, and for those in the chat, if you're still here, holler at us as well.
The assembled has had something.
Because in my opinion, I see it as this is Arsenal's season to do something, because I don't expect you guys to do anything moving forward. Do you think that Arsenal, it don't matter that they don't do nothing this season, because you believe that the squad is strong enough to mount a title challenge moving forward, knowing that Liverpool's going to improve, Chelsea's going to start.
Liverpool's not going to improve.
Newcastle's going to improve. Man U going to be improving. Do you know what I mean? Like the Premier.
Boots. What do you have to say about this crazy claim by Deji?
Like, look, why would you not think the trajectory it's been going in? Yeah. Under Arteta, why would you not think?
Because you men are less than the skies.
Now we have Champions League football guaranteed. Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be a more appealing place to come. We're going to get even better players. So at the end of the day, why would you not think it's going to get better?
Like, over and above that, Josh Kroenke said, "Make Champions League, we open the purse."
There you go.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Dej? You ain't heard that from your man. You ain't heard that from your owner before. You ain't heard that shit from your owner.
Who's coming in though? Who's coming in and where? Where you feel?
Caicedo
and Kaoru Mitoma.
Diaby.
Mitoma's not coming Arsenal. He's coming Spurs. So forget that.
Wait, bro. If there was ever a chance to choose, we know where he's going, bro.
You got Trossard, bro. Where's Mitoma going to play?
Bro, he just wants to be around winners, not losers, bro.
So who are the players coming in that's going to improve your squad? Are we starting from
Rice and Moises Caicedo?
So Caicedo and who?
Devin.
Declan Rice.
Devin. Why are you even answering this guy? No, wait, hold on, dude. Dej. It doesn't matter yet, bro. It does not matter who. Like, why do you care who we're gonna sign in the summer? We're trying to finish this season. Look, whatever happens, we got Champions League football guaranteed, and we could do something special and win the league title. And you can't say the same with any chest. So don't try and push it onto us that we're gonna stop things now. This is our last chance this season. Who are we gonna sign, bruv? We ain't signed no one, and we're challenging for the title. How about that? We ain't signed no one that impresses you apparently, because we can't attract bigger players than Spurs in the summer. You told me. But every player that Spurs signed this summer, Arsenal could sign too. So no matter, you had Champions League and we didn't, but the players you signed, we could sign all of them. How about that? So we're not on the same level, bro. We're not on the same, and that's what keeps confusing you. Because Spurs can't do what we're doing, you think Arsenal can't do what we're about to do. So don't put us in the same bracket, my guy. We're on different sides, bro.
We're the youngest.
We do things different. Our DNA is different. Winning DNA.
I'm not buying this youngest squad in the league. What I see in your Arsenal team is really almost similar to what Tottenham did last season.
And what's that? Tottenham were challenging for a title?
Arteta has got some average players playing. Look, Devin, you said it. You're overachieving. And you've got players in that squad overachieving. And guess what? At the end of this season, they're going to run out of juice. For example, we know Gabriel is garbage. He's going to run out of juice. Gabriel.
Which Gabriel? We got three, bro. We got three, bro.
Man's bottom.
We got three.
It's not.
We got three Gabriels, bro. So which one are you referring to, bro?
I'm talking about the Gabriel, the one with the sunglasses. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Gabriel.
You got an eye patch like Gabriel, bro.
I'm talking about Ben White. I'm talking about Xhaka. And I'm talking about Nketiah Kati. Bro, I mean, come on.
Don't even start, bro. What do you watch, bro?
Bro, these are average players outperforming their level, bro. True or false?
So what? Hang on, Saka, he's going to be worse or better?
Xhaka, not Saka.
Saka, I'm just saying.
But he's asking about
naming the name Saka.
I'm not asking. I'm not talking about.
But he's asking you, bro. He's asking you.
Saka is a good player.
Jesus,
keep doing what he's doing.
Jesus will go up a level. Would you say?
Jesus is a solid player.
Martinelli will go up a level. Would you say? The will go up a level. Ramsdale will. Sinchenko.
Ramsdale should be the England one right now.
Odegaard will get better. You just clutch it, bro.
Look, this is what it is. Hey, Boots, this is not your first rodeo with Deji. You know what he tries to do. He'd
I just like to dig him out for
distract us
whatever he
in
says,
so
bro.
many different ways.
You're telling me the players that I know are good, but you man failed to answer the ones I told you are rubbish. Ben White.
Ben White's best right back in the league right now, bro.
Yeah,
best right back in the league right now.
Kivio.
Okay. First of all, bro, you can't be naming players on our bench, bro. We don't care about them. They can easily be replaced. So Kivio and Kitty Catty, bro. Kivio's better than Eric Dyer, but he starts for you, man. How about that?
Brian Healy.
He starts for you, man. He plays 30 minutes at a time. Holding's better than every defender at Spurs, even Romero. How about that?
You don't even believe that, bro.
Bro, I believe it. Bro, Romero's just dancing off Messi's World Cup, bro. He's a dead player, bro.
You just said
he's a dead player. Big up Egal in the comment section. He says we will still win. Geordie Dread TV says, yeah, it should be an Arsenal season, but if they don't win the title, regardless who improves, Arsenal will be there and will improve too. Big up Geordie Dread. See, he knows, man. He knows the neutrals are getting him with the facts.
Geordie Dread.
He knows what he's talking about. It will be very difficult for Arsenal to work 2 games a week. Kane will be coming, Deji. Imagine. Do you know what? I reckon that would break the internet if Harry Kane came to Arsenal in the summer. God. The internet would actually break. I think Deji will start watching football, not football anymore, bro. He's gonna definitely move
the
to
promo
the NFL.
vid would be like with Kane in the kids kit, innit? The
Arsenal kit. My gosh, it would be too much, bro. Deji would be done. I think he was referring to something I said, definitely not something that Deji said if facts is coming out. Canna says, no, Deji, the football this team plays is special. Once we get the mentality to kill off teams, we'll be frightening. And this is the truth, bro. We got players in that squad that get better, and also ESR still hasn't really touched the ball this season. And watch him next season. Go on, Devin.
No, I was going to say, if you think about where we are, and how far we've come in one season with these young kids. Are you kidding me? We're
top of the league, Deji. Like you can't even look in that
7 games to go,
bro. You've hosted 2 shows this whole season. What does that say about us?
Let me ask you, man, another question.
You've hosted 2 shows, bro. 2 shows.
As you lot can see, we're in the business end of the season. I'm just doing business end stuff.
We are.
Please explain to me what you man are doing different this season to Leicester City.
Leicester are in a relegation scrap?
No.
Leicester will sell.
Don't play smart.
Ask us the question. No, we don't know. Tell us the exact question you're asking.
In the season that Leicester won the league,
yeah,
this is exactly what they were doing.
Okay, Dej. So I know what you're trying to say. Dej, let me hit with this quickly. You're trying to say one season wonder, whatever. We get what your analogy is.
I've been saying
this. Right. But what would happen? Did they lose Kante? Did they lose Mahrez? Did they not strengthen their team? No, they didn't. Are Arsenal going to lose their best players? Are they?
Potentially.
Silence.
to
who?
They're not.
To who?
We're gonna add.
We're gonna add. No, but Deji. No, Deji. No, hold on, Deji. 1 second. Deji and Boots. 1 second. Boots, Deji. I want you to respond to Boots' comments. Don't go over the head. You said that we're gonna lose top players. Who are the players that we're gonna lose?
You know what?
You just said we could.
You know what?
You could, but at the same time, I don't think. I don't think your team is that good.
You don't
good enough to be top of the league by 4 points, though, isn't it,
bruv? But this season's been a disaster.
Oh my gosh! So we're just we've accumulated ridiculous amount of points.
Did we not have a World Cup in between this season?
What does that mean? So Arsenal the only team that benefited from the World Cup. Yeah,
does that kill us actually? With Jay-Z?
Look, I'm speaking to
Devin. Yeah, everyone said our season was over because of the World Cup, bro.
Have you man heard of a phrase called extenuating circumstances?
Hey, Devin, please. That comment you just put in the private message, please. Please explain what that means.
The plus 43 goal differential that we have.
Yeah,
right now? I'm just saying, like, you can't say that we're an average squad. Like we're destroying people, bro. I mean,
you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. One thing about football's about fact and it's about feeling. Yeah.
Why didn't you ever speak
on the facts?
Facts. Yeah,
totally correct. But you man know that your team is not a world-class team. You know it. Why are you not pretending? Yes, you're top of the league, but it just happens to be by chance. Don't lie.
Cool. Bro, Deji, I'll be honest.
Devin, should this squad be going toe-to-toe with Man City?
You need to ask Devin.
Devin,
let me answer that.
City, bro.
At the start of the season, nobody would have said this squad could go toe-to-toe with Manchester City. 100%. But we saw the potential and we saw the direction that Arteta was taking this team. What's happened is we've just kept accumulating points. And if you keep getting wins, then your points grow. At the end of the day, that builds confidence in the side. More players got confidence. Momentum started to build. Emirates has been louder than it's ever been. People were laughing at our fans for celebrating every goal with such passion. And that's actually been a benefit for the team this season. It's actually united the fan base. As in, since 98 or 99, I've never seen our fan base so united. And definitely in the Emirates era, this is the best our fans been in terms of united and the volume at the Emirates Stadium. Fans are winning games on their own. I mean, the Fulham game, the Bournemouth game, fans of 5 years ago, we're not winning those games. When we're 2-0 down, they're killing us. They're booing us at half-time. They're doing crazy stuff. So there's so many things that are going positively for us, and we managed to ride the wave in our favor. And we happen to be top of the league. And the difference between us and Leicester, the beginning, exactly. And the difference between us and Leicester, Deji, is we are a fucking powerhouse. Third biggest team in England, bro. This is the stats. This is the facts. No. This is the facts, though. Yeah. We're not, even though Leicester have been more successful than Spurs in the last 20 years, they're not nowhere near Arsenal. So to compare us with what they're doing is ridiculous. They went from relegation to miraculously winning the league. We're a top team, third best in England. Historically, going from fifth to first is nothing like fighting for relegation and winning the league, bro. I don't know why I'm even explaining myself so much.
He's just been used to the recency bias in it, that they was above us for 5-6 years. You had your moment, bro.
5-6 years is a chunk of
change. It's over now. It's over now. It's only going to get worse. No, hear me out. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse now. Yeah? Son's gone. He's finished. Yeah? Kane and Son were the only guys that kept you afloat. Yeah, Kane's fucking off, mate. Yeah, it's just gonna get worse for you guys. This is what I was gonna say to Nigel. Real talk, yeah. Next season, to make it interesting, like I love Deji in it, but you're gonna have to mix it up. Fulham, Brentford, like the London show. Yeah, you can't have Spurs and you and Arsenal. We can't do that.
I'm gonna have a show called the London Show. So like, all Fulham, Chelsea, Brentford, all them.
They're not going to be anywhere near us next season. You're not going to be anywhere near us next season.
You're just near us by postcode now, bro. Nothing else.
Yeah, facts.
Literally, postcode is the only thing that makes you relevant right now. Because if you were from like West London, nobody would know Spurs, bro. If not for Arsenal, nobody would know Spurs.
See what Canis is saying with Deji talking about this Leicester. How many times you've watched football, Dej, and you know the history of football? That Leicester is like that's probably one of the biggest achievements in fucking sporting history. Yeah? Because it's a whole league season. It's not a cup. Yeah? It's not like one game, nothing. So for you to actually say that we're being top, yeah? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
well,
you know we deserve to be there.
I slipped him a few Bitcoin.
Let me tell you, show, bro. Vance, you know what it is? Because obviously my man has been stuck in that dark room for a minute. So let me remind you of the last couple. Of years. There's a war in Ukraine. Yeah, we had COVID and Arsenal's top.
Ukraine got into this,
brother.
Basically, there's just been freakish events. There's the war in Ukraine.
Stranger things, Stranger things.
What's that got to do with football, bro?
That's freakish.
What's that got to do with football?
And Arsenal's top of the league. Freakish.
What's that got to do with football,
bro? I
love y'all. I got to bounce on that one, man. That was
Guys, hey, we're wrapping up the show anyway, man. Deji, you have been incredible today, and I still think you won't host before the end of the season. Can we get some bets in, guys? If Deji gets the chance to host before the end of the season, because I see I see things getting worse for you lot right before they get better, man.
Before we go,
Fifth is what I predicted.
On a level with chess, Bance, this is your opportunity now.
This is where he tries to do this thing, bro.
What
You're
are
shameless,
you, man,
Deji.
saying? And hold to this.
You're so shameless.
To this. I don't want you shaking your bum like Cisco, the phone song. Hold to this. What is your club going to achieve this season?
I think we can win it still.
Yeah. I said with chest, bro, because you sound like a little mouse right now.
I haven't really got chest. I ain't really got chest for it, man. I'll be real. I ain't got chest for it. It's not like we haven't seen Man City for the last 5 years knock back 13 games on the spin, light work, or whatever they do. Business end. Arsenal have been 8th, 5th. We're inexperienced. Yeah. I've loved what we've seen this season. Like, let's give it a go, innit? Let's give it a go, man. Like, for me, I've always been level-headed this whole season. Like, if Man City beat us, then they beat us, innit? But I'll obviously be happy. I don't know if we're going to win it. I don't know.
You agree?
I said at the beginning of the season, third. I said we were going to finish third. If we finish better than third, then I'm happy. Like I said, youngest club in the Prem, best upcoming manager in the world, and bright days ahead. Bright days ahead.
You would love to have him at your gaff.
Big ass.
They would love to then. An arm and a leg for Arteta right now. Don't lie, Deji. I'll say this, yeah. Look, just like Deji said, it's the time of the season where you got to take it one game at a time. So that's what we're going to do. We can win. I think it's winner takes all at the Etihad. What if we can leave the Etihad without a loss and we can make sure we win against Southampton? It's ascendancy Arsenal again, because in that sense we have to win every game and we win the league. So I see us doing it in those circumstances, but it all depends on that City game. That City game is going to be absolutely everything. And also another difference between us and Leicester is Leicester were battling against Spurs. Yeah, it's a bit easier to go toe-to-toe with them than it is to go toe-to-toe with City. So multiple differences. Guys, it's been an incredible show. I got
my view.
Yeah, I want to hear his. Just quickly.
Well, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Deji. No problem, man. Just close the show with your view, Deji.
For me,
smash the like button, my people.
I'm going to be shameless. I do not want Arsenal to win the league, and it would give me so much joy that you man flopped. For me, Tottenham season's already done, so there's nothing to talk about regarding Spurs.
We don't care.
For me now, this rival show is turned into Arsenal results and what I'm saying and how I'm responding to the results Arsenal have from now to the end of the season. There's nothing to talk about regarding Tottenham Hotspur. However, I can say one thing though, and I think people should feel sorry for me. I feel like I'm just unlucky, man, as an individual.
What do you think?
Brother, can you answer the question that you asked everyone else, bro? We don't want to hear all this extra stuff, bro.
What I'm saying is, knowing my luck, Arsenal will win the league.
We're going to lose it then, because you get everything wrong.
Arsenal will win.
We get everything wrong.
He's trying to reverse judge, bro. Don't listen to anything positive that Deji says.
You ain't winning it now.
Do not buy it, my people. He's a fraud. He's a fake. Smash the likes button
I've never seen a brother get so much wrong, bro. I'll be so real. You got more wrong than flipping Boris in lockdown.
The spirit of Dennis Bergkamp and the Invincibles are going to come and transform this team. Amen to that. Amen to that, guys. Smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe.
Everyone subscribe to Nigel's channel. One of the best.
Big up, man. Big up, everybody. Thanks, this panel. We got no touches at some point this week. Check out Deji Spurs. Obviously, if I was a Spurs fan, I'd miss shows regularly too. So hopefully Deji can pluck up the courage to do his show this week. And if so, we'll let you know on the socials 100%. Boots, you got anything going on TikTok or YouTube or anything in the next couple of days?
I'm on TikTok, innit? I'm live on there all the time. So yeah, if you're on TikTok, just follow me. So the name Boots Bants in it. So yeah, follow me.
He's kind of a big deal, guys. So thanks for him showing some love on my show. I know. Tuesday, I'm getting picked up in a limo when I get to London because of Boots. Big up Boots, man. He's got me.
Come on, man. The petals, you know that coming to America team. The petals.
Hey, Bro, no, who said this on the show? Did anyone say this on the show, Boots? Who said this?
No, I think my guy. What was his name? Devon. He was
Devon
alluding to
said
that, saying
at the start of the season,
we're
third.
going for fourth.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
we moved with the times in it during the season.
Of course.
But in the same way, there was never a point like where I felt comfortable, because what was it the most? Just quickly, was it 6 points or 8 with a couple games? 7.
Yeah.
And we always knew we had to go to their gaff. We had a harder run in, etc., etc. So it wasn't like a big bottle. Like they're gonna tell you anyway. We know the game in it now.
For sure.
Whatever happens now, it's the biggest bottle job in history.
Even if we lose on goal difference, it's the biggest.
Come on,
biggest
man.
bottle job.
Know the game in it.
Yeah, man. Big up Imran. Imran, don't worry. I'll definitely have you on the show just before that game at the Etihad. And yeah, it's winner take. So if you do smash us, that's the end of the season right there. And then smash the like button, comment, share. My people. Catch us for no touches and free touches before the end of the week. And catch us next week for the North London rival shows. But we know we're not really rivals anymore, right, guys? Have a great
That's what I'm saying. It's done now.